Hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Texans and the Commanders, all that and more, coming up next.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Tonight we kick off the preseason with a good matchup right away between the Houston Texans and the Washington Commanders. Charles Davis alongside me, and I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, the wait is over. Yes, it's just the preseason, but football is back in your living room.
And I'm excited. I know you are as well. The summer heat feels good on these old bones, especially because we're not putting on pads. We don't have to be out there in that heat running into other people. But I'm glad these guys are. Football is back.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Looking to throw on second down. Davidson sets up the screen to Robinson. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break through, and it's third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Davidson. That is caught. It's Williams. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. They call it no gain there on the first down play. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Peters. On third down, Robinson. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Davidson. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. First week of the preseason, probably not the pass, the impression that the rookie wants to leave right there.
Yeah, no probably about it, because that's not what you want to do to try and impress your new coaching staff, try to impress your locker room, and most importantly, yourself. Probably spent all night last night saying, don't throw an interception early. Make sure you take care of the football. But now he's got it out of the way. Hopefully he can just settle in and move on.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10
at their own 46. Throwing to start the drive. Barnes.
He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. Sometimes I can use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
And he fires one incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Barnes. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle.
And the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Operating from the gun, Davidson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down.
Looking to throw. Davidson. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. On the handoff, they start with Richardson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. On the move past the 40.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
That's about as exciting of a 1-yard run as you're going to see. Finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler, but again, just 1 yard out of it.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
They'll run with Gibson.
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
The Commanders going to bring out the field goal unit.
From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
He might be being set up here for a busy ball game already. 2 kicks here in the first quarter, and he's knocked both through the posts.
And for now, you know they'll be happy getting those 3 points. But what they really want is to find a way for him to kick extra points instead of field goals.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Looking left side, and it's complete.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A huge play there for Houston. 46 yards for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Our first down throw for Mills.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
First down, Mills.
And the ball comes out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. On 2nd down now, it's Burke. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Texans are back within a score. So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And that'll make it 13-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Washington ready to try again on offense.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's now the ball comes loose.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
From the gun on 3rd down, Owens.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on here to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
To throw, Mills.
He'll get this one complete to Davis. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Mills now.
He finds his man, complete. It's Cox.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Mills on first down.
And he's got his big wide receiver complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mills to the air again.
He finds his man, complete. That's Cox.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. 2nd and 10. Here's Mills. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Mills. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coach, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And they'll throw again. Here's Mills.
And that will be incomplete as well.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, 2nd quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. They're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume here. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Jennings. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Owens. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, Owens. And he goes right back to Green. He's got it complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Green's got it over the middle.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
2nd down at 4.
They'll look to throw again. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
From 21 yards away. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Little loft on that touchdown pass and sort of dropped it in the breadbasket perfectly.
Right in the bucket. And when you're coming out of college and you're a rookie in the NFL, sometimes you forget about the different types of throws you have to make. You just rely on your fastball and throw it as hard as you can all the time. But in this situation, he understood and threw it in a spot where only his receiver was going to get it and no one else. That was pretty.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 1st and 10, Mills. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. He finds his man complete. That's Burke. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Going right side here, and that's complete.
And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
And the reception made by Green. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Owens. Ertz over the middle.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Looking to throw. Owens going down the middle, and it's complete.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. Meanwhile, for Washington, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these 2 teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Washington offense ready to go.
They begin the drive with Jennings on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They run again with Jennings. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Williamson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 2nd and 4. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Green. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you
think.
mean by that, Bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Working with a 2nd and 4.
This is Jennings. Dances by him. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
2nd and 3. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Looking to throw. His throw caught right around the 6.
And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Now it's Jennings. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
He'll try again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
Toss play to Jennings. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They've definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Up the middle they go. Cox. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, staying ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 44-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Burke. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. On second down, it's Burke. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. On third down, it's Cox. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Mills to throw it.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now Mills.
Buying time to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
On second down now, it's Burke, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. Ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Texans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Extra point safely through, and the lead will shrink to 6. A 10-play drive that time, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Here's Richardson to start the drive. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field.
It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the fourth.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Washington on third down.
They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return.
And the Texans will take over. First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans.
On their side of midfield at the 47.
A first down throw for Mills.
He finds his man, complete. That's Cox. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
On third down, here's Mills.
He finds his man, complete. That's Burke. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there. He got out of bounds, that's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up fourth down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
And the Washington offense heading out. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
They start on the ground. It's Richardson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Jennings. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Back to throw. Owens. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Washington going to send out their punter.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Mills on 1st down.
He finds his man, complete. It's Burke.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't it?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them.
They'll run on 1st down. Burke. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Mills now.
Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 14.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st down, it's Cox. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Mills.
Caught on the slant.
And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cox. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. On 2nd down, it's Burke. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal.
Off the play fake, Mills.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they had it there so close to the goal line, a chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the 4th. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making the play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. But they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They'll run again with Richardson. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Jennings.
And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there. Gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Richardson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Owens. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. 31 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over.
So here's Mills and the Texans.
Down 23-17. A minute 51 on the clock. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Now remember now, no overtime in the preseason. Though a touchdown and an extra point on this drive could make that conversation moot. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Here's Mills.
He finds his man, complete. That's Cox.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
First down now, but that clock rolling.
Now Mills.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Mills, 4th down, gotta have it.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand.
4th down and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise. But how about the coverage? They're able to bat it down.
Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field.
And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. On the ground, here's Richardson again. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee.
Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they will take a knee here.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.